We're here with Mark Morton, guitarist of the band Lamb of God, but we're talking today because you have something special in store
Coming soon.
coming soon. Your second solo record where you mix blues rock and southern rock with country elements, right?
I'd say that's a fair assessment. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what is your connection to country music?
Well, I mean, to all those genres that you mentioned, blues, country, southern rock, it's been a part of my whole life, really. So it's an interesting thing to talk about because I am so known from the Lamb of God stuff, which is obviously a pretty extreme heavy metal band, and I love that stuff. I'm so proud of what we have done and continue to do. Still very engaged in that whole process, and thrilled to do it. But there's another part of me as a musician that really hasn't been able to write and record around some of the music that I truly have loved my whole life and listened to as a fan my whole life. And so that's really what this new album called Without The Pain, that's really what is being explored there.
Yeah. So there are a couple of it's a collab album as well. So
Right.
we have Shawnee Starr of Blackberry Smoke. We have Travis Denning,
Charlie Starr,
Jaron Johnston, Cody Jinks.
Yeah, it's a crazy list of collaborators on this one.
How did you pick those?
Well, some of the artists that you mentioned, I've been friends with for some time. Travis and I are really good friends. Charlie Starr and I have known each other for a long time. And then others, we had mutual acquaintances, and Jaron, for example, who's become a really good friend of mine. I met through a mutual acquaintance who suggested we get in a room together and see what if we could write and see what we would come up with. And that first time, the song Hellenbach, which is first on the record, we wrote that in 3 or 4 hours the first time we met,
Yeah.
and wound up writing some more for the record as well. And Jaron's a good friend, but so in some cases it was through someone else's suggestion. Cody Jinks was certainly on my radar as an artist. I didn't know him personally, but we had a mutual friend, and I sent Cody a couple demos. I thought it'd be good for us to work together, and Brother is what we wound up doing, which is a great song on the record, one of the singles.
Are you too far down that dead-end road?
And they're not only singing on this on those songs; they are all co-writers, right?
So I'd have to go track by track, but not everyone that sings on the record is a co-writer, but most of the songs are collaborations. I wrote, the process is different for each song, but I write the music, a lot of it, if not all of it in some cases, and usually a good part of the lyrics as well, but not always. Sometimes, I don't know. I'd have to go track by track. I think I wrote lyrics on every song. On some of them, I wrote all the lyrics. There's not a really rigid formula. It's just more about getting in a room with people and seeing what we got.
So you are here the whole weekend, right? Did you ever something experience on the festival? Did you see something?
I got here yesterday, and I leave tomorrow. So I've seen some stuff. We saw Corey Marks. I saw Austin Jenks and hung out with him some. He's a good dude, and plan to see some more today.
When we talk about writing music, where do you start, with a guitar riff or with the idea in your head?
Yeah, it's such a strange thing, man. There's not a formula. Sometimes it's a line I'll have in my head, just a phrase, and I'll start writing a song around that. Sometimes it can be a melody. Sometimes I'll grab a guitar and have a chord progression that I really like, and I'll start building the music first. Sometimes it's none of those things. Sometimes it's like a vibe. There's a song called Home. It's the last song on the record that Travis and I wrote. And it was really just a vibe. It kind of has this bossa nova feel. And I was, that week or two, was listening to a whole lot of Steely Dan. And I just really liked that kind of vibe. with some like a little bit not so straight, like a little bit hipper chord progression and bossa nova, and so it was more that vibe I was shooting for. So there's no right or wrong way. Songs just kind of come how they come.
Um, maybe a dumb question, but when you what songs would you say to our audience they should check out first, or is it do they have to in streaming times do they have
Sure.
to listen track by track, or
Well, I mean, I think every song has its own personality and its own character. But I think as much as any, if they want to get an understanding on what the album feels like, I would say listen to probably Brother or Come December.
okay? Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.